Now, let me properly set the stage for this. Okay. Last season, 4 guys in a legend won it all. They came away first place. They looked dominant throughout.
Yeah.
Legend ends up leaving 4 guys in the legend and joins Flame is Lame. I don't know how the conversation went. I don't know, how good or bad the graces may or may not be between these teams. But there's an objective truth in that Legend used to be on this team to the point where his name was in the team's name.
4 guys plus a legend. Now it's 4 guys sans a legend. Not actually.
And the competitor in those 5 men on the side of 4 guys in a legend, or now 101st Northumberland Fusiliers, it would be pretty nice to be like, see, you left, and now look at you now. Now you get to show up next week because we knocked you out. And there's a part of Legend, the competitor in him would be like, I'm over here now. You guys are gonna try to stop me, and I don't want all that to happen.
I want some team fighting comps, man. That's what I want. I want some angry team fighting comps. We've got the Warhead Junction ban, yes. So I wonder what map we're gonna go to. I want to see like Dragonshire. I want to see something skirmishy, or I want to see something that's just gonna force a bunch of team fights. We can see it on like Cursed Hollow as long as we've got some, Dahakas off the table, some Brightwings off the table. But it looks like we're going to Towers of Doom. So one of my favorite maps as well, and it promotes a lot of dueling because you have to fight for those shrines.
I had personally hoped for Infernal Shrines, but Towers of Doom will definitely get the job done of having some aggressive team fights. You got to show up for those altars. They're not just going to channel them for free.
True.
So I definitely think we're going to see an interesting mix of macro play. Flame is Lame demonstrated last game that they know how to rotate around. They know how to continue to apply pressure. 101st Northumberland Fusiliers, no strangers to that themselves. I mean, these guys are sharp players all the way around. And the 5th addition to their team is a beast. Old Picante.
Picante hot. Your boy Drake. Yeah, he's a good player.
And holy crap, we have just learned from Royalite. We want to give a special shout out to Outcast, who's donated $86.
PogChamp in the chat. That's insane. Nice job, dude. Thank you.
Oh, we've heard also from our good old-fashioned Outcast got him one of the coaching sessions with the Fox of Hots, the Kitsune of Heroes, the community coach, neighborhood-friendly Kalma.
I'm actually stoked. Right on, Outcast. I'll talk to you soon, man. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get good.
Get good.
Yeah.
All right, you're in the lobby. You're on team 2. Let's see. Drop collar down. Plaques. Flame is Lame is lit. Well played, sir.
Wait, I'm actually so stoked on this game. This is gonna be awesome. Towers of Doom too. Whoo-wee! Are we gonna see Malthael? Give me my Malthael, please, and thank you. I need to see it.
You might see him banned.
No. What's the one that's opposite of banning in the draft? What's that one called?
Picked.
Yeah. Can he get that one? Can he get picked? Yeah.
That'd be. Corgi Booty said next week they're going down.
Oh, I agree.
Corgi Booty was on side of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. I was genuinely impressed with their play. Let's see, Jin's in the lobby now. Swap. Jin.
That's the kind of attitude you need, Corgi. I believe in you, my dude.
Yeah, I mean, just tighten up some of those macro decisions. I feel like Order of the Sleeping Dragon overall fell behind in the early soak.
Yep.
They're like down a level and some change at one point. Like it was 8v10 for a reason.
Yep.
So, Legend asking if we're ready. I'm saying my body is 100% ready. Hey.
Alright. Conte, Slice Blade, Elheim, Jin. Dude, I love Jin.
Dude, he's a beast, man. He's one of the more inspiring tank players you'll see in the North American scene.
Yeah.
He definitely sets up a lot for the rest of his teammates. They do have the privileges of first pick, first ban. They waste no time snatching Abathur off the board.
101st on the right, correct?
Indeed.
Yeah, so yeah, there's the Abathur ban. They don't want to play against anything, I guess, quote unquote, cheesy. You know, Legend plays all types of heroes, so you got to ban off everything, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Legends Heroes pool is deep as the Atlantic, so you're going to have a tough time boxing him out, but you can definitely limit some of his options. Uther's going to get banned, but you see again, Kala, first pick Tassadar.
First pick Tassadar. Okay, so is my OBS proper? I'm seeing 101st first picking Tassadar? Okay, so yeah.
Huh. So do you have Tassadar on the left or the right side?
Right side.
Right.
Is yours on the left?
No, mine's on the right.
Okay.
101st first pick Tassadar, is it right?
Interesting. So that's two different teams now first picking the Tassadar. Yeah, you weren't the biggest fan of it beforehand. After seeing that game, what do you think now? Towers of Doom's a little bit different, right? You know, Tassadar is really good on this map, but I don't know if it's first pick worthy, man. I'm not sure. Flame is Lame, they have Genji available. You know, they've got Malthael available if they want to get a little bit spicy. So all types of heroes. You know, Dahak is up. So what are we gonna see?
We're gonna see a Nubrak and Illidan. I'm glad to see that. Not too shabby. So Illidan brings a lot to the table, not only in general, but especially on Towers of Doom, in my opinion. The Hunt is a very strong heroic.
Yep.
You're out there living your life. You think you're gonna capture this altar. You are showing on the map at all times, standing next to the altar. So it's almost a free hunt no matter where you're at. So his place on the map is going to be quite the topic of conversation for 101st.
I like the different talent builds you can go with Illidan on this map too. I've talked about it before about Wooby from Fnatic. You know, he runs Unbound at level 4, and he proxies the top wave, like from your opponents, and he plays super cheeky that way on this map as well as on Dragonshire. So I doubt we'll see something like that, but I'm just saying I love the pick on this map just for those reasons. And as you said, the Hunt is just insane on this map. It allows you to split really effectively and just basically charge anyone at any point. Brightwing Tracer picked up. This is looking pretty darn familiar.
It's looking pretty darn personal. I mean, these are the first 3 heroes that Flame is Lame selected. And given the history between these two teams, I don't think it's any coincidence. And I don't think it's any subtle gesture that the very same heroes will be selected on the side of 101st Northumberland Fusiliers. You're on the side of Flame is Lame, Kala. How do you respond?
I mean, they saw it paired with or they played it with the Stitches earlier. Did they ban off the Stitches? And they sure do. So there's the Stitches ban. Now, Illidan and Nubarak. I would be looking at There's the Rehgar ban. I was going to say I'd be looking at banning off the Rehgar because, you know, he's just got so much camp control on the bottom side of the map, and Illidan's going to be relentlessly pushing the top side. So, Rehgar ban was actually pretty decent here. Now, if your Flame is Lame, what are you looking to do? You want to blow up that Tracer, man. You want to be able to break through those shields. Do you think they're going to go something like Varian to try to bust down that wall? Or they need some sort of burst damage?
I think Varian would be a very strong selection here for the exact reasons we saw last game. When Varian was able to get the perfectly timed taunt, it was bad for business for these heroes like Tracer and Tassadar, so I wouldn't be at all surprised. It would definitely complement a Nubrak's engage. A Nubrak dives in, the taunt right afterwards. That's a lot of time for Illidan to jump around and have a good time.
Greymane is also available for that extra burst damage. You know, you don't oftentimes see it paired with Illidan, but I could see it working here for the burst damage. But yeah, there's the Vala and Ariel. Interesting. Okay, so I wonder what this last pick's gonna be for Flame is Lame. Did they take either? No, they didn't take those to deny, obviously, because the Ariel wouldn't work with the Brightwing and Tassadar. That's some interesting choices. I didn't expect that, actually.
It definitely makes things interesting. Tracer's job is going to be a lot harder dealing with this AoE solid healing from Ariel, provided Val is able to hang back and kick out enough damage to replenish that hope bar consistently enough. Tracer might find themselves rather frustrated with dealing with low health bars but no takedowns, and that's not the place you want to be if you're Tracer.
No.
You do have Tassadar and Brightwing backing up as well, but you might need more of an exclamation point and go for a solo warrior here and then get some more damage to help out.
Now, to talk about the same circumstances we were faced with last game, I would like to see that Aegis used as a tool to deny the Pulse Bomb. Because we saw that Divine Shield's not coming out at the right times last game, and mainly just missing the Pulse Bomb procs, right? So I want to see that Aegis show up when it's needed in those situations. Oh, cool, man. Arthas and Thrall. I haven't seen Thrall played actually since last year's hype, so it's been a week, but he doesn't get picked very often, and I love him so much. And this is picked, you know, into the that's going to be into the Illidan, because I don't think they're going to put Arthas in the solo lane. Arthas picked up against Illidan and Vala, so I like the Arthas pick. I like the Thrall pick. Cool draft from 101st.
I like the Arthas pick quite a bit. The Thrall selection concerns me greatly. My reasoning for this is this. If I'm the Illidan player for Flame is Lame, I let out a slow and steady crescendo of an evil laughter. They're all auto-attack based damage on the side of 101st Northumberland Fusiliers. You are going to get evasion value. And when you have Ariel backing you up, potentially along with that Crystal Aegis, you're going to be pretty difficult to take down. Those pulse bombs are gonna have to be there. The ability damage is just short.
Oh yes, let's go, baby. Okay, Malthael last pick. Nice. I'm so stoked now. That's awesome.
If I'm that Arthas, I'm not too jazzed to see Malthael show up. I'll tell you that.
No, that's for sure. And you know, there's a lot of slow damage on 101st, so this Malthael is going to stay alive for pretty decent period of time, but does he have the support to stay alive with the Ariel?
That's a huge question. Another big question that I personally have is, does 101st Northumberland Fusiliers have enough experience playing against Malthael in this competitive setting? You find him in Team League, hey, like that's pretty cool. Like, you know, he does a lot of damage. He's pretty decent. But in these coordinated situations against a high caliber team like Flame is Lame, I think we're going to learn a lot about Malthael's place in the competitive meta off of this game.
Yeah, there's just so many like different synergies on Flame is Lame right now, you know? You've got the hard dive with Umberland and potentially Illidan plus Malthael, and then you want to kind of chill back with the Vala and the Ariel, right? And the same goes for 101st though, you know? They've got some different ideas, but 101st is going to be difficult to kill because they've got shielding, they've got slow healing with Brightwing, they've got sustain with Thrall, you know? Arthas also has self-sustain, so this could actually go either way. I actually think the biggest conversation here is going to be how Malthael works out.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only question mark. I think both of these teams came away with solid drafts, but we are about to find out how they fare off. On the left side, we have Flame is Lame. Umberland is being played by Shot. Vala is being played by Legend. Trap Queen is on Malthael. Dark Chimera is playing Ariel. And Deadly Ice, you bringing a hatred of 10,000 years on it.
And on the right is 101st Northumberland Fusiliers in red. We got Elheim on Brightwing, Slice Blade on Thrall, Picante on that Tracer, LZ Gamer on Tassadar, and Jin playing the Arthas.
4, 3, a little bit of banter back and forth from both of these teams. It's all in good fun, but you can believe once these gates drop, it's going to be all business. 3 members in the mid lane rotating there. What's up, Kyle?
LZ Gamer is using my favorite mount.
Oh,
I just figured I would say that. It's the best mount in the game, I believe.
Is it this? It's this.
Yeah, it's the sad mount.
You're such a rosy, upbeat, happy-go-lucky guy. You like the sad face mount?
But it's the lip quivers as you move. It's actually perfect.
Oh.
So, Flame is Lame positioning. You know, rotating from the mid down to bottom. They're looking to dominate the 4-man. Deadly Ice actually taking a little bit of damage from Picante's Tracer, but you know, nothing too substantial. Walks away. The Demon Hunter is going to be safe to hunt another day. And yeah, just the 4-man rotation from Flame is Lame, mid to bot, bot to mid. Playing pretty safe, both these teams.
Yeah, I think both of these teams are definitely respecting one another's ability. They don't want to make too many huge gestures. Both of these teams are definitely capable of punishing a poor decision and making that decision be a worthwhile regret for the rest of the game. So you don't want to get caught out. You don't want to give a takedown at the wrong time, because that's a mistake you may never come back from.
So Malthael going Death's Reach for that level 1 talent. I had this conversation with my teammates in Temple Storm the other day, and they didn't like this talent, and they were all about Fear the Reaper, I believe is the one, level 1 talent, the speed one. So I'm all about the Wraith Strike. I like the long engages and disengages because it works both ways. So we'll see how this one plays out. I'm especially excited to see how it plays out. We got the 3 altars spawning right now. So global available for 101st. Are they able to secure 2? Easy camps picked up for Flame is Lame. So a little bit of pressure going over for Flame is Lame in this altar phase.
Yeah, Shine and the boys came over. They took that cursory glance at the enemy team sapper camp, but Thrall was there at the root, and they're like, okay, we get it. We'll let you have that. Illidan and Brightwing both respectively will pick up their altars, so we'll see the first team fight happen over the bottom. Legend eating a boatload of damage. Arl is there at the exact right time to save their life. Picante's like, hey man, I know how to play Tracer too.
Yeah, and 101st, they actually maintain the, I would say, lane advantage here, and they're able to push out the enemy sappers. So Brightwing Teleport does come in. Now this is even 5v5 for this last altar.
Trap Queen, plenty of health, lowering the health bars, meanwhile, of 101st Northumberland Fusiliers. Conte has a shield, Deadly Ice steps forward, Illidan darts back afterwards, Slice Blade on the flank, backs away, looking to channel the altar down there. It's going to inspire the forward movement. Flame is Lame. Picante drops the pulse bomb and misses it. The damage strike snaps the stun on the Jin. The polymorph response on Trap Queen, but Arthur is trying to get the heck out of dodge. Gets the shield from LZ Gamer, but the follow-up aggression is going to be there. First takedown in favor of Flame is Lame.
I mean, and teams like this, they're pretty even caliber. We cannot be missing those pulse bombs. That is the story of that fight. And if stuff like that happens in the future, that's going to continue to happen. So, like the result, I mean. So, yeah, the pulse bomb missing was huge there, Haloran. And also, Slice Blade was really low on mana, so it wasn't able to spam his Qs out like that. And even so, does that actually do a whole lot into a Vala Ariel?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's going to be really difficult for Picante to go in there and get those takedowns. We almost saw it right at the beginning of that. If that was going to be a takedown, if Dark Chimera wasn't there in time, that for sure would have been an altar going over to 101st Northumberland Fusiliers. But you make a great point. You don't get too many opportunities to make mistakes on, against either one of these teams. You got to play it near perfect.
And 101st are just completely, I wouldn't say selling out, but they send in the Brightwing, they send all 5 in, and they take the enemy sappers away, and that actually gets them a tower. So I really like that that rotation from 101st, and it looks like they're not even going to lose anything in terms of experience on the top side. However, Illidan is taking that top sapper camp for free.
Trap Queen gets a good amount of pressure put on them. They are able to get back behind their towers. Deadly Ice, meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, is going to be able to pick up the sapper camp. Without a sound response, solo Brightwing, I'm not sure if she'll be enough to stop those sappers, but that could be value for the team in blue.
Yeah, I think that's going to end up being a 1-for-1 tower trade from top to mid. So these teams actually trading extremely evenly with each other. So I'm liking this. And actually, they managed to make the sappers go to the middle wall there, so no trade.
All right, net positive overall for 101st Northumberland Fusiliers. LZ Game with the frowny face mount, putting a smile on Kala's face. Does some investigative work, finds Shot and the crew, helping themselves to their sapper camp. Root goes in. One thing I'd point out, Kala, there's only 4 stacks so far for Frost Presence on Jin's Arthas.
That's actually a really good point.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and LZ Gamer also not stacking up the Templar's Will as fast as you'd like to see it. And Thrall's build a little bit different from what we're used to. I guess, considering the build we saw last week, because we saw the Mana Tide, right? And then the Rolling Thunder at level 1. So, a little bit different. I like it.
I like the idea of Crash Lightning. You're definitely going to get some value out of that. He hasn't been solo laning, so you want to stack that Q damage up. The Root goes in, Legend, Polymorph goes in on Dark Chimera, has a good amount of hope left. Legend still with the Burger King crown. Trap Queen, meanwhile, is going to be able to pick up that altar for free and rotate up. This could be a huge swing as far as core points go in favor. Flame is Lame.
Flame is Lame, actually. Interesting. Okay, so Flame is Lame able to pick up both of those relatively, actually almost completely uncontested because they have just so much sustain. The Vala Ariel plus the shields from Anubarak, like they're able to position 2 on the bottom that do a 3-2 split and get both of those altars. So really good job by Flame is Lame. Perhaps 101st is just looking for that level 10 massive team fight to try to snowball their advantage.
I think they just want to slow the overall pace of this game down. I mean, on the surface, you're like, wow, they just gave us 2 altars for free. But they need to figure out how they can get to Legend. If they can take Vala out of these team fights, that's the hope generation gone for Flame is Lame. They don't want to risk falling too far behind while they try to figure that out. They dive into Pulse Bomb. Again, it's going to miss. Dark Chimera snatches the whip, hits the Detainment Strike. There's the Polymorph for Nubarak. Shot burrows in, gets the Impale for the further disengage. Nicely done on their part.
Yeah, really good job by Flame is Lame to just, remove themselves from this fight. And Tracer, she needs to use some of the hit confirm on her team. She's got the Howling Blast, she's got the Polymorph, she's got the Feral Spirit from Thrall. So there's multiple abilities on 101st roster here that can help her land the Pulse Bomb. So she's got to be looking out for those.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing here is Picante is trying to make too much happen too soon. I feel like, yeah, you have to jump in there and get that burst damage, and it has to be near perfect. But if you're not going to be able to go in there cleanly and with a certain resolve, you're going to end up missing those pulse bombs. Maybe he needs to slow things down, wait for someone else to engage, wait for one of those roots to come in from Arthas or Thrall to really line those up, because that damage has to be there.
Exactly. So we do see the hunt as you anticipated come out. Aside from that, pretty much everything's standard. We also have Earthquake available for Thrall. Only talent now not picked up is Vala's, but considering the amount of melee, I would actually expect the Reign of Vengeance. What are you thinking?
I think there's an argument for both.
The Hope Generation
could probably out-sustain Strafe, so I'm leaning more towards Reign of Vengeance, but this is going to tell us a lot, Colin. This is going to be a single altar in the bottom lane. Both teams have their heroics ready to rock and roll. See Jin rotate around. He's trying to get forward. It in off the top rope on LZ Gambler's face. That's going to be an early use of the road for Tassadar. Shot burrows in, gets the stun on Jin. Picante steps forward, waves goodbye to Ariel. There is the spray finally. The root goes in on Trap Queen. Jin steps forward, gets a good amount of damage. Legend's low on health, almost takes down Picante, who's able to dart back. Action all over the battleground right now. No further takedowns.
These health bars are all so low, and Trap Queen is actually decently healthy if he's able to land any more Reaper's Marks, and it's not actually there. And okay, Brightwing teleporting in, Picante now super healthy, and with the passive healing, 101st is going to be able to take this altar, no problem. And we do see the Strafe, and of course that makes way more sense. I wasn't even considering the Ariel for some reason. Way more sense in terms of the Hope Generation. So yeah, Strafe picked up for the Vala, and 101st, they managed to take that team fight. Picante did miss the stick on the bomb, but Ariel was still in it during the explosion, so Pulse Bomb landed that time, and they won the fight.
Yeah, if they're able to replicate that kind of success, the Pulse Bomb only makes it more and more of an issue. Trap Queen steps out of there, the Cocoon goes in, doesn't last very long. There's the Polymorph, Deadly Ice finds himself in a world of hurt. The triple root is the follow-up going to be there. Can it get takedown? So far, the blue health bar is going to be able to get away. Dark Chimera's like, oh, excuse me, guys, this is awkward. I should probably go. Man, this is the juke the root. Arthas is a little upset about that, I'm certain. But the Sapper's going to be making her way in. This could be the first tower of the game, Kyle.
Arthas got trolled by pathing there so hard. He had his E stuck onto the Ariel, and that would have been an extra kill. And now, Flame is Lame looking to perhaps turn this fight. 101st, walking away. They say that I don't want this at all, because Flame is Lame, they're looking to try to turn it, grab one kill at least. But yeah, 101st backs off, and now Flame is Lame looking to invade the enemy Sappers.
They're looking to put the pedal to the metal. I mean, they saw some low health bars. We saw 101st just retreat, but Trap Queen's eating a ton of damage. The Crystal Aegis goes in. Legend hanging out all the while.
Oh, man.
Dishing out damage, dropping the health bar. Slice Blade's low. The poison is going to be enough. Thrall goes down. Two members on the side of 101st Northumberland Fusiliers falling to Flame is Lame.
101st
jumps in hard.
Yeah, 101st cannot take fights there at all. Like, Malthael's just going to dive on the backline with Tormented Souls up. The Strafe's going to come out. Multiple knockups from a Nubarak is going to come out. Like, that's everything that you want from Flame is Lame is right there. Plus, like, the Earthquake was there to try to slow down the advance, but it's just, you can't slow down a teleport with Wraith Strike, right? Like, Malthael gained so much value in that choke. That was absolutely insane.
You don't want to put too much pressure on one player, but I feel like Picante has to come up big with these pulse bombs. If he's not able to, they're going to really struggle in these team fights. Picante's back to business, does land a pulse bomb, I believe. Sets up the takedown on Vala. Ariel goes away right after. Two heroes, a big swing in the favor of 101st Northumberland Fusiliers. Trap Queen's going to be the next target. Malthael, Angel of Death, taken a little too literally, goes down.
And that's a 3 for nothing, but at the same time, Flame is Lame did manage to capture a 5-stock altar shot. So, it's being responded with 101st here picking up the boss. So that's another 4 shots going against their opponents there. We do see Illidan for Flame is Lame on the bottom side of the map, picking up their sappers, looking to push in. That's going to threaten 3 shots, but Brightwing is showing bottom side as well, looking to defend. So, 101st showed up in that little bit of a skirmish here, and we're seeing pretty close shots on either side. So this is anyone's game, and of course, experience is almost entirely equal.
I mean, four takedowns to 3, you would think there'd be a lot more than that with the fevered pitch and tempo of these team fights. You see Illidan go in again on the line. Brightwing should be able to get out of there, makes it past the line of scrimmage. The Strafe is trying to close out the takedown. Just gonna force Brightwing back. Brightwing's like, I don't want to be friends like this. So like, relax, guys.
And now we do see 101st trading this top fort for the shots potentially on bottom. That's 6 shots, so 101st needed to back like immediately in order to defend that, because that's a pretty huge trade, Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, Tassadar is going to walk those 3 points in as well on the top lane, but all you're doing is making things more and more precarious. And even trade like that, you're just leaving yourself without too many options to recover. See another triple altar show up. Bottom tower is going to be claimed by 101st Northumberland Fusiliers, so they should have the tower advantage for this next little progression of events. And that gives them a huge amount of experience. They might have 16 by the time this is all said and done.
Yeah, you know, just a few moments ago I was saying how it was even, and Jin actually walking out, face-checking the bush. A huge amount of damage coming out onto Arthas, but, you know, he's able to heal it up there. The Earthquake does come out as a disengage tool, and 101st looking to turn this team fight.
Strafe is going to force Jin back yet again. His health bar is not yet ready to engage. Tassadar gets the top right altar, though. He's moseying on over to the left, and Flame is Lame appears to be none the wiser. That's going to be 10 points off the core against Flame is Lame, and that's huge.
And 101st just need to disengage at this point. The Pulse Pump goes out on a Legend, and it is enough for the Quantum to destroy the Vala. And now, Malthael popping his Heroic, diving in onto the team of 101st, and so much damage coming out from the Mark here, his passive. And I'm not even sure where this teamfight's going. Illidan is now diving in onto Arthas, but he decides, you know, that's not something that I want. LC Gamer now on the backside of this fight, doing a massive amount of damage. The Crystal Aegis also coming out here.
Flame is Lame takes their eyes off the proverbial ball, and it costs them big time. 3 heroes get taken down. Bacante continuing to chase down Dark Chimera. The root is just going to miss from Jin, but I don't think it's going to matter. Bacante continues to press the issue. The Tamer Strike sends back 1 member. Ariel ultimately goes down. Kala, appreciate the gravity of what we just saw. That was a 4v5 that 101st Northumberland Fusiliers just came away with the upper hand. They win the team fight. They get both of the altars top. That's 10 points off the core. They can take down this middle one and continue to apply pressure. They have catapulted themselves ahead in this game.
And the story of that was the experience advantage that they garnered off of that. Exactly what we were saying. Like, we saw the, what was it, 13 to 13 that we commented on, and then all of a sudden we look up and it's 16 to 14 for 101st. You know, they back off of that team fight. They play it smart. The Pulse Bomb lands onto the ball exactly when you need it to happen. The Aegis doesn't show up, and that's a kill. And then all of a sudden they just chase it endlessly with the Earthquake. Or no, Earthquake was already used, but they had the they just had basically Arthas onto a target and Tracer as well. Like, you can't escape the Tracer, so really good job by 101st. And earlier, the trade 3 for 3 on the shots, I actually think that was a really good call by 101st, so I kind of misjudged that one. Now 6 available for 101st, and Shrine's going to come up pretty soon here.
Yeah, I mean, 101st Northumberland Fusiliers have defied the odds, because keep in mind, at the beginning of that last team fight, Jin got chunked down pretty heavily face-checking that bush, so they were able to rally back from that in a 4v5 and turn this whole game on its head. It'll be a single altar in the bottom portion of the map. All hands on deck to try to push these sappers in. All hands on deck to try to deny them. Both these teams trading below. Shot looking for the right time to engage. There's a nice root, though. Shot's health bar evaporates. Crystal Aegis has to get used to save Deadly Ice. Without that heroic defensive tool available, we'll see some passive play out of the team.
And, like, look at exactly what you just said. Look how low these health bars are. And Slice Blade now spamming his Q onto Flame is Lame, and it just slowing everything down. The capture for the altar does come through, and another 5 shots, and they're just down to 6. Also, the boss coming up in 30 seconds. 101st are looking at ending this game pretty soon here. You know, their 20s are going to be showing up very, very soon. So, not exactly how I saw this game turning entirely, but I think you're right about the draft.
Well, I was concerned that Illidan would be able to just have an absolute field day with all this auto attack damage from the side of 101st Northumberland Fusiliers. Absolutely not. Phase Disruption, a level 16 talent for Tassadar. 25 physical armor reductions, getting all kinds of value for this composition. But here we go, another huge engagement. Jin separated, surrounded by 4 health bars. They could easily turn on him. The Unstoppable. Is it going to be enough to get him out of there? Arthas ultimately goes down. The chase is on Kala. They want more.
And 101st were just looking to defend, but they might, cost a team fight for this. The Malthael is diving onto the backline with the Wraith Strike, and they actually get 2 kills off of that. 101st were just wanting to defend their fort, and they actually lose 2 heroes in a time where they're just looking to get level 20. This is actually pretty scary for 101st. Flame is lame, pushing in, stealing away the sapper camps from 101st. They might even look at their own, and at this point, Flame is lame are just looking to try to capture as many of these forts as possible. They do just roam in as for hard engage onto the bottom fort, and Illidan also on theirs, so everything's going to be swung over in their favor for the next Shrine phase, and now 5 shots going to be available for Flame is lame instead.
Overstaying their welcome in the bottom lane is Cause 104 Northumberland Fusiliers with quite the heavy question mark on the 3rd act of a very exciting game. Level 20 should be here first if it happens at all. 401st. Trap Queen and the crew aren't going to be able to pick up this sapper camp that's going to force out a response. But something huge to consider here. RNGesus. Single altar in the bottom lane, but the bottom tower is already kept. And I like this choice a lot from 101st.
But Flame is lame are the wiser. Shot is walking up. He's checking this because he sees that's one of the best opportunities for 101st. Checks it with the Q, and that forces 101st to back off of it, and that's a free cap for the Illidan on the bottom side of the map.
Heads up play by both of these teams. I am definitely impressed. If that boss went in, that would have been 2 points left on the core for Flame is lame. They don't want to deal with all that. Elheim goes down here to stop these sappers from going across the line. They should be able to do that, especially with Jin's help. But yeah, feint the boss play, force out the response, but now look at this. Flame is lame melts the health bar down, and I don't think 101st can do anything about it.
No, they probably can't. They are checking here. I don't think they're going to be able to get onto it soon enough. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, wait, okay, the Conte, he misses the pulse bomb. Okay, we saw the earthquake come out, and I thought that was going to be the end of the fight, as well as the cocoon, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen there, but both of these teams disengage in 101st. That was a pretty good opportunity for them because they just hit level 20.
This has been an incredible game, Kala. I mean, the micro decisions from Shot in particular have been absolutely huge for his team. Lands the Impale last team fight to get that second takedown. Hits the cocoon at their perfect time. Stops Thrall from being able to interrupt that boss play. Swings things back in their favor. 6 points to 3 left remaining. I don't know who's going to win this one.
Nope, level 20 is now available for both teams, so it's basically going to either A, come down to a pick, or B, come down to an all-out team fight. I don't think either of these teams are going to trade any sort of resources, so we're going to see something pretty gnarly happen pretty soon here.
A single altar, how poetic is this? Both of these teams have their heroics, and I submit to you, Kyle, the next team fight could easily decide this game, and should. See 13 seconds left for that altar shows up. Shot looking for the engagement. It's the Impale, doesn't land it on anyone. Heroics 23 seconds before Earthquake shows up. Again, Army that is up. Tassadar has their heroic as well, but they on the side of Flame is lame, they're operating at full capacity.
And realistically, this is a win condition for both teams. Arthas actually does get cocooned, the pulse bomb comes out, and the Aegis is there. LZ Gamer taking so much damage from the Malthael. He's in this team fight. He popped his heroic. He is just destroying everybody with his passive. The Wraith strikes as well. He had the Earthquake to try to disengage, but now Jin on the front side of this fight, and one goes down for 101st, and Flame is lame is turning this fight entirely.
Jin's gonna go down as well, 3 for nothing. How has no one died yet? Already on the side of Flame is lame, but it's gonna cost the members of 101st Northumberland Fusiliers 4 heroes, and that should be game. GGWP's already gonna get called.
What? No,
Wow.
Those fights are actually so weird to watch. Like, you don't actually know what's happening because everybody has that like Lunara style dot on them from the Tormented Souls, and you actually just don't know how the fight's going to swing until a kill comes out. So Flame is Lame played that really, really well. They webbed when the web went out on Arthas as soon as he popped Army of the Dead, right? He just tried to get on the team fight, and then Malthael just dove onto the backline and nobody could kill him. The Aegis was perfect. Exactly what we were talking about earlier. In order for Flame is Lame to win those team fights, the Aegis needed to come out whenever the Pulse Bomb showed up. So I would, Flame is Lame just played the team fight a little bit better at the end there, and that's why they won the game.
Get your friends in here. I mean, we are just getting started. These games have been absolutely incredible to watch. Draded earlier tonight was like, well, some teams sign up for Heroes type just to troll around and have fun. Yeah, show up with a troll comp against either one of these teams and see how things go for you. The North American amateur scene is alive and well. I love seeing games like that.
Seriously though, like that's my first time ever like casting a game with Malphite.